Hey folks, it's Mr. CCDV here. We are doing chicken piccata today. I've got everything set in place. The first thing we need to do when we do chicken piccata, when we do any cooking, we need to wash our hands. Now, you're supposed to be singing happy birthday when you wash your hands so that you know you've been washing them long enough. But I've been cooking for 30 years, so 25 years. I've been cooking for 25 years, so I actually know how long to wash my hands for.
Well, clearly it's as long as the happy birthday song, duh.
Duh, it's as long as the happy birthday song, yes. And you're going to wash your hands as best as possible. Now, if I recall correctly, there are not enough paper towels over there because Digit 11 did not replace the paper towel roll when he cleaned the kitchen today. But there should be at least one paper towel.
What a lovely call out, Mr. CCDV.
That I can use to clean my hands with. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and leave the lid open for the trash can. So, here we go. We've got multiple chicken breasts in here. Alright, we're going to take one out in order to show you how to butterfly the chicken breast. And you see boneless, skinless chicken breast. But what I'm going to do with it is something that most people don't know that they're allowed to do. You take your blade, set it on the board, lift it up just a little bit. Remember, you've got your flat hand. So what you're doing is butterflying the chicken breast. You're just sliding right through it. Now, you have a perfectly butterflied chicken breast. Is that beautiful? That is beautiful. But what we're doing with this, we're actually going to cut this in half in order to turn it into two separate chicken pieces that we can use. Now I'm going to set those aside because I need to feed my son and my daughter. So we are going to have 4 of these butterflied chicken breasts to cook in the skillet. Now look at that, see? Now, because it's an organic piece of meat, there are things that we need to do. And so I'm going to take off the fat and I'm going to take off this little piece of meat here. I'll throw those back in the bag. And then I will butterfly this chicken breast. But again, same thing, flat hand, knife on the board, lift the knife up just a little bit, and actually butterfly this chicken breast. Now, you've all seen how that works. If I can get this chicken breast to open up. What happened?
I mean, I saw it go through.
You live with this when you do freaking cooking, you know? Let's do this right. Yeah, that is crazy. Alright, and there. Now the knife is going through.
That one was a bit more rippy than the last one.
I think I may have had the knife a little too far close to the chicken board, or the cutting, I mean. So we're cutting that in half. There. Now we have 4 chicken fillets. Is that beautiful? Is that beautiful? I mean, look at this. We've got the 4 chicken fillets. Now I need to wash my hands again because I got chicken all over them. Once I do this, I'm going to go into my closet so you guys get to see my bedroom. Maybe I'll have digit 11 stay in the kitchen. How's that?
I just clicked the pause button on the video.
Just stay in the kitchen. I'll be back with a roll of paper towels here in a few minutes. Roll of paper towels. Now, why am I pulling out a whole bunch of paper towels?
To dry the chicken.
In order to dry the chicken. Digit 11 knows why I'm doing it.
I'm just glad I don't gotta help this time. Slippity slap, baby.
There you go. Now we'll get 4 more of the paper towel. Come on, stupid paper towel. Work properly, would you? That's 3. Need 1 more. Throw that on top. Oh, I only needed 3.
Har har.
Yeah. What do you know? Dry the chicken breast.
I think the first time I tried to dry chicken breast, I over-dried it.
Now, grab a plate. We're going to put some flour on there.
Wait, do we not need eggs this time?
We do not need eggs this time. No, this is chicken piccata. It is not fried chicken.
Oh. Mind enlightening us on the difference?
Put the all-purpose flour back where it belongs. The difference between fried chicken and chicken piccata is that we are using just flour to fry it. Now, if you did a batter for fried chicken, then you would definitely want to have eggs in it. Or if you were doing a 3-stage fry, so you would do a flour dredge, which is what we're doing with the chicken piccata, and you would do a egg mixture dredge, and then you would do a 3rd dredge in order to do fried chicken. But that's not what we're doing today. We are doing chicken piccata, which is a 1-stage and just the dredged flour, and that's it.
So is the lemon juice for inside the pan then?
The lemon juice will be used for the sauce, yes. Mr. 11, thank you for bringing that up. We will talk about that here in a few minutes. Now, this is a flour dredge. This is all-purpose flour, but we want to season it. So we will use salt, which I have in here.
In the handy dandy shaker.
And pepper. I meant to do that. We're not using any other seasonings here. Just salt and pepper. That's all it is. It's very easy to deal with. Right? So, stir it around a bit. And yes, Digit 11 will clean that up after me. Yes. Now, we are going to dredge those chicken breasts. However, first, we are going to use we're good to go? Okay. I have clarified butter here. This is the clarified butter that I made the other day.
Because we made way too much of it.
There's no such thing as too much clarified butter. But
Right, because synthesized dairy product can't go bad in the fridge.
what I am getting out of the pantry is extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of that. It's about 2 tablespoons, that'll work. And we are going to add 2 tablespoons of the clarified butter. The butter will give that rich taste of fried meat.
Fried meat.
And that is what we're looking for. We want that rich flavor in that fried meat. So we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of clarified butter as well. We'll put that back in the refrigerator after we're done. Turn the heat on and get that butter to melt. As soon as that butter melts, we're ready to start frying the chicken.
But for now, we must know, are we frying it before putting it in the flour?
No. We're going to dredge it in the flour before we cook it. These are the 6 remaining chicken breasts, which means I need to use them within the next 2 days.
We probably won't, though.
Oh, we will. I'll cook some more.
As long as I don't got
I just won't make any more videos, that's all.
Ah.
So we're waiting for that to cook.
Butter has to melt.
Now, you see I'm using a cast iron skillet.
Cast iron yet again.
Oh, cast iron is one of my favorite cooking tools. Now, you see that we have just enough oil, just enough fat in here that we are going to go about halfway up the size of the meat. And remember, I did cut those breasts in half, so they are very thin. They are going to go in here just fine. Look at this. Look, we've got this beautifully. Look, the butter is just melted. That means it's time to put the chicken breasts in. So we will dredge them first.
And I'm assuming there's a good reason as to why we don't dredge them long before we fry them.
You don't want the flour to become saturated with water. Now, these chicken breasts have a lot of water in them. So when you dredge them, that is going to be part of keeping them from getting really, really soggy when you fry them. So you want to make sure they're covered, but you don't want them to be totally nasty with.
You don't want it to be mud made of flour.
You don't want it to be mud made of flour, correct. So you have them dredged properly
Imagine, like, coming home from the desert and feeling all dirty, and it's only a thin coat of dirt.
Drop them
And
right into the pan.
You can feel
Now,
the dirt, but it's...
these are literally only going to take about 5 to 7 minutes to cook because they are so thin. Let's see if I can get this off the paper towel. There you go. Come off of there, stupid. And we are dredging that again.
Well, dredging 2 different pieces of meat, at least.
Now we gotta wash that, Andrew. Thank you very much.
I didn't intend to flip it off the counter. I'm sorry. I didn't intend to flip it at all. I was just gonna touch it.
Alright, so we've got these dredged beautifully. They're covered in a very thin layer of flour. So the flour is actually protecting the chicken from being popping and snapping the way that if you ever cook bacon, you know what it means that when fat touches water, it pops and snaps. So the flour is actually helping to keep that from happening.
Always wash your hands.
Yes, always wash your hands when you're dealing with raw meat. Now these will be cooked very soon, but you still need to make sure that your hands are clean.
Because any amount of raw chicken could give you salmonella.
Yeah. Salmonella is actually pretty rare lately, but you still want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself in proper hygiene. So we cleaned the flour off the plate, and we are actually using up a lot of time that would take for the frying chicken. So let's go ahead and get her done.
Get her done.
Plenty of soap on my sponge.
Soap is the most important part.
Cleaning the lid that Digit 11 threw on the floor.
I didn't throw it. It was an accident. I swear.
Now, we are ready to turn these over. Look at the browning on those pieces. Is that beautiful or what? We are going to get some more browning on these pieces. We'll grab another plate real quick. Because we need to make the sauce in here after the chicken is browned and cooked through completely. And I actually forgot about making the sauce, so I do need the all-purpose flour again. Put that on the back of the stove there. Wait for it to cook. Wait for it to cook. I'm actually going to turn the heat down now, because these chicken pieces are almost completely done. Oof, that is a lot of fat in the pan. That is a lot more than 2 tablespoons, so I am going to use about 3 cups of the chicken stock. Now, I made the chicken stock a few days ago. As you see this, there's still a little bit of fat on top of the chicken stock, but this is homemade chicken stock, and that's what you're going to want to use. Or you can use canned chicken stock. It's no big deal.
just much more delicious when it's homemade.
I think so. That's my personal preference, obviously. Now, you hear the sizzle going down along with the heat from the cast iron pan. The nice thing about cast iron is I was able to turn the heat down while the chicken was cooking because cast iron holds the heat better than aluminum or stainless steel. So now that the sizzling is going down, and I can hear the sizzling going down, I know that these chicken are cooked. They are 160 degrees. If you would like me to show you, I will do so because I have the thermometer. Where's my thermometer, Andrew? I got it. Okay.
I was gonna say, in all of our house guests' time here, I doubt they touched the thermometer at all.
So, very good thermometer. Hit the probe button. Stick it into the meat. 164 degrees. These chicken are completely cooked. You take them out of the pan. And remember, chicken breast needs to be cooked to 160 degrees. So if they're 164, we're good to go. Now, I've got the temperature on low. It has taken the cast iron a few minutes to get down to the proper temperature. What I'm going to do now is add lemon juice. Now this is a Italian recipe. Chicken piccata is an Italian recipe, so I'm going to reduce the temperature even more by adding a tablespoon of lemon juice. Set the lemon juice aside.
Citrusy.
Grab your whisk. Make sure the fat and lemon juice are completely integrated.
Make sure it looks that odd yellow color.
We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of flour. And we're going to turn this into a roux. You want to get as many lumps out as you can with your whisk.
Make sure it doesn't break.
Oh, it's not going to break because we're not adding butter. Well, we'll add butter later on. But right now, you've got a pretty good looking roux.
The only roux I've ever seen you make is beurre rouge.
Beurre rouge is a different lesson. So we got the lumps out of it. There, that is a pretty good looking roux right there. There are a few lumps in it.
Unfortunately, with the spacing of the whisk, it doesn't look like it's coming out anytime soon.
No. Actually, that's probably a piece of fat from the chicken. So we are going to add 1.5 cups of chicken stock. And we are going to turn that temperature back up to high so we can thicken the sauce. Right now, while we're waiting for the chicken stock to come up to temperature, we are going to add the capers. Capers are a berry that is pickled, and it's one of the things I really like about capers is they are very salty, very pickled, and we add about a tablespoon of the capers. There you go. So now we have the sauce thickening. We have the chicken already cooked. And we are waiting for this sauce to thicken. Now, obviously, as a side dish, you would want to add any vegetable you wanted to add, but we're just doing the chicken piccata today. Let me put these away where they belong while I'm waiting for that sauce to thicken. Now, we've used clarified butter, we've used olive oil. What we have not used yet is full fat butter. And that is what we're going to do right now. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of the full fat butter. And what do you think, Digit 11? Is that 2 tablespoons? About. Yeah, looks good to me, right?
I mean, without the measurements on the wrap, I'm a useless chef.
We'll go ahead and toss that in there.
My God, I am glad that was not hot. Seriously, that splashed directly onto my foot.
Oh. I guess it is a good thing it wasn't hot then. We've got the heat on high. I'm sorry, folks, that it's taking so long to get this sucker to thicken up, but this is going to be beautiful. Digit 11, do you want to go get Digit 9 so she can have a little bit of chicken piccata with the rest of us?
Can indeed.
Good. The sauce is actually thickening up really quickly, so this is what we're looking for in the consistency of the sauce. But you see that I'm using a whisk in order to do this. Now, if you were using a non-stick pan, I would not recommend using a whisk unless you had a coated whisk, which I do, in fact, have.
We got everything!
But we are thickening this sauce up. Look at this. Is this beautiful or what? If I had a spoon, I would get the spoon out and help you see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off now. Like I said, cast iron holds the heat very, very long time. So I'm going to keep whisking for a couple of minutes here. And wait for this sauce to thicken completely with the cast iron. But you see how that sauce is already thickening. Is that a beautiful sauce or what? So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go over and get a spoon that we can use to get this sauce out of here and put it on a separate plate. Where are all my solid spoons, Andrew? Digit 11, I mean. Fine. We'll use this then. I know they're in the dishwasher. Just close the dishwasher. It's fine.
Just saying, they're not lost. We don't take cooking utensils up to our rooms. I mean, we don't take dishes up there anymore either, but...
And where is Digit 2009?
I told her lunch was almost ready. I told her lunch was ready. I didn't actually go up to her room, though. I'll probably have to do that just now, but... We'll wait until after the recording's done. For real.
Alright, so you take the chicken piccata and you take some of the sauce, pour it directly on the chicken piccata.
Plating isn't an issue in your own home.
And there you go. We've got Digit 2011 and
Digit 11 and Digit 2009.
Digit 11 and Digit 2009. Their plates are ready. I'm going to move this chicken breast back into the sauce because why not?
And so, any outro words you'd like to say?
Just enjoy cooking. If you don't enjoy cooking, I'm sorry. I do. And that's why I make dishes now. Apparently that's my channel. So guys, enjoy the chicken piccata. You saw it only took a half an hour. It only took a half an hour. And it took what? 6 utensils. So you learn how to cook, you cook for yourself, you're going to be happy. And that's what chicken piccata is all about. It's about being happy. Look at that. Is that a beautiful dish or what? Alright guys, have a great day. And I will come back next week with another cooking video.